But we got this BMW X5 in, and we're going to be doing a brand new package called the Peace of Mind package on it. So a customer just got this vehicle. It's absolutely gorgeous. Carbon fiber everywhere. It's a gorgeous spec, honestly, and super excited to get this in. I'm a huge BMW fan, but you can just see the quality in this thing. You can just smell the brand new smell is just crazy with these super nice leather seats, and we're just gonna make sure it looks great. So we'll first pull it into the shop and we'll do a quick interior wipe down. We'll make sure the interior looks amazing, and then we'll sweep out the shop and make sure it's free of dust, pull it outside, do our decon wash, make sure everything is completely thoroughly cleaned, and then we'll pull it inside and do our inspections. So with the Peace of Mind package, we kind of go through, do a thorough inspection, make sure there's no flaws in the paint or anything like that. If there is, we'll take care of it. And then we're gonna coat everything. We're gonna polish the windshield, coat it with Armor Detail Supply Glass V2. And the rims are gonna get Armor Detail Supply rim coating, just the faces. And the paint is gonna get Geon Can Coat Evo. So it's gonna be protected. It's gonna be a little step down of a full correction service. It's not gonna be as expensive. But the customer is going to get that experience of, you know, a coated vehicle, and it's just going to look absolutely amazing, and it's what it deserves. It's a brand new vehicle, and customers, when they're purchasing vehicles like this, really expect that. So I'm super excited to provide this for the customer today. All right, so we just gave it a little pre-vac. You can see there's really no need to blow out the carpets at all, but we're gonna go out, blow out any of the dust that's on the surfaces, and then we'll get into cleaning with Armor Detail Supply Pilot. So this section, it's really just carbon fiber and really shiny piano black pieces. So we're going to use a glass cleaner on that later on to clean it, instead of just going in there with this right now, because it doesn't necessarily need any dirt lifted off of it. It's essentially just needs to be streak free. So we'll go in with some glass cleaner afterwards and take care of that. So as you can see, the steering wheel itself looks amazing, but with BMWs, usually this silver material, you'll find it here, here, and in here. No matter what you do, if you just keep going, even with Pilot, it just likes to streak. Quick fix for that is glass cleaner at the end. Usually it'll just leave it streak free, so don't worry about that. That's how you get in there. So, again, go in with our drying towel here, just wipe any excess. We're using Pilot, so if it touches the screen, it's totally safe, don't worry. If you haven't tried Armor Detail Supply Pilot yet, I definitely recommend it for any vehicle like this or your personal vehicle. Any time where you're just doing like a thorough wipe down, you're not into the dressy look. This just gives it that nice, perfect matte finish. As you can see on the steering wheel here, it's just gorgeous. All right, so we just did our wipe down with Pilot. It looks amazing. And so now we're just gonna go in and clean our windows. So I use an FTW with rinseless, and then I follow up with a waffle weave with traceless from Built Amber. And then I go in with an Eagle Edgeless 500 for my final buff to get all the streaks. I color code my window towels as blue, and I wash them separately. So that way, if you wash your window towels with, you know, your drying towels or something you use to buff tire dressing off, it's just not gonna work as good, so. So to decontaminate these wheels, I'm just going to use wheel acid, and then I'll go in with an alkaline cleaner, which in the form of Dark Fury. But we'll get the fender wells, we'll make sure those are nice and clean, and then we'll do our pre-wash with just APC and a foam cannon. And then we'll refoam it with CarPro Reset and do our hand wash, get in all the nooks and crannies with a detail brush, and then we'll dry it off and pull it inside, and then get to our prep work. So I'm just going to take off this rear plate because underneath is paint, and I'd like to clean under there and then coat it, and then we'll put it back on for the customers. So. And as you can see under there, it's dirty. So we'll take this, we'll put it over elsewhere, out of the way. So we're gonna go through and we'll rinse the wheel, and then we'll hit it with acid and then rinse it. And then we'll go in for our contact wash, and then maybe hit it again with some iron remover. But we're gonna go in with some tar remover to hit these arches, because those love to get caked up already, even though it's brand new. And then we use tar remover to get off the dealer dressing that's on these tires that you can see is on there. And just slightly mist on there, and then I'm going to grab my small tire brush and just go in, and you're just getting that old dressing off, really. And that's it. Now I really want to thoroughly rinse them so that way they're nice and cool. So we're going to take our acid solution here. And we're going to start with the barrel. The faces don't need it as much, but definitely the barrels. So we'll let that sit for a few seconds here, and then we will rinse it off. Now we'll go in and just do our contact wash with the wheels. So I'm just going to use this soft grip here because it's really pliable and it really gets in there nicely on wheels like this. So the reason why we use acid and don't go in with an iron remover is because when acid reacts on the wheel, I got this tip from Pete Details, but when acid reacts on the wheel, when wheel acid reacts on the wheel, or Iron Buster reacts, they end up being the same pH anyways. They're both acidic. Once Iron Buster goes in, it can say it's pH balance or whatever, but once you go in, it'll be an acid anyway. So you're introducing acid no matter what, whether you think you're not using an iron remover, or you just go ahead and use acid like a real deal tailor. So make sure you're utilizing it to the best of your abilities. It's definitely a tool every detailer should know how to use and when to use it. Always really thoroughly rinse, especially your caliper. All right, so we're going in with Reset, a little in the foam cannon, pretty much all that I had left there in this bottle, and then this stuff's incredibly slick. I love this car soap. It's honestly amazing. our emblems and whatnot with a little soft grip here. And just always remember to keep re-wetting your panel. You don't want the soap to dry on there, right? So just make sure you get this. I always like to hit the bottom of these window seams, especially if there's got that little rubber part. It'll get kind of ugly looking. And then this little look at it. So slick. Heads up, it might get wet. So we ran into a little hiccup. The SD card that we were using to record decided to go kaputski, so I had to run to Best Buy quick, pick up a couple new ones for some spares, but yeah, so we got the vehicle in the garage here. It's fully deconned, and we're gonna go in right now and apply Ghost to the rims. So this is a tire sealant, they call it, and it's one of my favorites. I apply it with this boar's hairbrush to get able to get in tight. And then we also prep the tires by using a solvent, so essentially a tar remover, to strip any old tire dressing. You can see they already look great. Like, they're brand new tires, but they look great. The rims look nice and clean. After this, we're gonna go around and prep wipe the whole entire vehicle, and then we'll start coating the rims and the paint, and then we gotta polish the windshield and ceramic coat that as well. So we're using Ghost. Like I said, shake it up, get some in here. It goes on blue, which you'll see in a second. So get a nice thick layer going on these nice, beautiful Pirelli P0s, and you're just working it in. A nice even layer is the goal, obviously. And you can see how the boar's hair just tucks into that edge really nicely. So I'm gonna go around, do the rest of them, and then I'll come check back in. So I'm just giving the engine bay a little wipe down, and then we're gonna dress it with Shine Supply clutch and make it look A1. So just a little quick wipe down. This vehicle's brand new, so it doesn't take too much. It's just really dusty, to be honest, which is normal. It's literally just plastic. Got your 2 twin turbos. Man, this is a gorgeous engine bay. We'll touch up in here quick too. Grab your clutch and give it a good shake. Give it a couple spritzes into your towel and then just go in and start working it into your plastics. I'll just start at one side and kind of work my way around. This is going to give it a nice darker look and also provide some protection. So it's a win-win. I don't really like a super dressy look on the engine bays. So I prefer to use something like this. It's like a happy medium. It gives it that dark appearance and protection. More importantly, better than a tire dressing. And I think it just looks awesome for engine bays. So definitely recommend this product. It's pretty solid. I'm up in Canada, so it's hard to get, but and then just come in after you flip your towel and you'll just basically level it off. And with a quick little engine bay detail, we're able to get some great results. I'll take you guys through here. So, as you can see, the engine bay looks nice and dressed. The plastics, you know, over here and whatnot are taken care of. They're nice and darkened, and more importantly, they're protected. So next time, it's a lot easier to just go and hit it with a wipe down, and then it's going to look great once again. So we're going to do a quick buzz with Shine Supply Glass Polish Plus. That's a tongue twister, but just give it a good shake and then go in, and then I'm going to wipe off with some rinseless wash, prep wipe it, and then we're ready for our coating. You work it down till you can see it, you know, the haze go through a little bit, and then you wipe it off. On the glass, it's pretty straightforward. And you can spritz a little on here if you want as well. But just get a bulk of it off. Definitely get the bulk of it off with this first wipe. With the rinseless on there, it should be a piece of cake. Make sure you get under your wipers here, obviously. And then you can flip and go for another wipe. Then go to the other side and just repeat the same process. So now go in with a dry towel and try and buff off the rest of that polish. Should be pretty easy. That's the one thing I look for in a glass polish. Most of the time you don't even need a glass polish. You can just use your regular compound and a microfiber pad or a foam pad and polish the glass, and you're good to go for 99% of the time. I just wanted to try this Shine Supply one. And it works great. The one thing I'm usually worried about is the wipe off, and if you use that rinseless wash method like that, it's an absolute piece of cake, so don't worry. So we're rounding the last corner here, and we're about to get her coated. It's already looking great, just bare paint. I always love the way it looks like that, but we're gonna get everything coated after we prep spray, and it's gonna look absolutely amazing. So our wheel face is fully prepped for coating. We did our alcohol wipe, so it's ready to go. So I'm gonna go in with one of these suede applicators from the rag company, get what I can on the large flat surfaces, which there aren't very many of, and then try and just get in there. I'm gonna use my fingers and wrap it on my fingers and really try and get in the grooves and whatnot. And then we will buff it off. So let's get to it. So a nice healthy amount there. And we're just gonna work it in. We're gonna start in a spot that we can come back to. So now, just gonna throw a little on there, and then we're gonna have to take it with our hand and try and work it into the spots that we couldn't get in. Like in here. Now we're gonna go in and buff off with our pearl towel. So we've done our level with our first pearl. Now we're gonna go in with a fresh Eagle Edgeless and try and just really make sure there's nothing left. Think of it like pressure washer simulator, where you gotta go through and just eliminate every single micrometer of the wheel with a wipe. Okay, I think that looks pretty good, for sure. So we're gonna go do our next wheel. So we just finished coating up the wheels and they look absolutely amazing. So I'm just gonna share the results with you guys real quick. So as you can see, these wheels look just amazing, like beyond amazing. You can get up real close. Oh man. And then these ones over here, they all look amazing. So I wanted to knock the wheels out first because I figured that'd take the most juice out of me. Now we're gonna coat the windshield. It's about 9 o'clock at night, so we're going to coat the windshield and then we'll be back out here around 5:30 and we will coat the rest of the vehicle because I've already been up since about 4:30 this morning, so the battery's running low. We gotta go get some food in the system because I wanna be, 100% when I'm putting that coating on, and I don't wanna be gassed like I am right now. So we're gonna coat this windshield because that is a piece of cake with Armor Detail Supply glass. It's a very easy experience to coat your windshield with this coating. So we're gonna get that done really quickly, and then we'll come back out in the morning, we'll finish it up. So yeah, I'm just gonna set down the camera here. So we've polished and prepped the glass. I got my Armor Detail Supply applicator, usually for glass, because you use it once and you toss it. I just use the ones that come with it. On paint, I always use an actual saver. So we got our coating here. Give it a little shake. And we're just gonna soak our applicator pad. I like using the colored side usually. So you're just gonna soak it. And you're gonna go in and coat the windshield. So usually I'll just draw a line and then I'll start pulling from the river. That was super easy. Took about 10 minutes, give or take, to coat the glass. Like I said, the wheels are coated, glass is coated, interior is dialed in. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna wake up nice and early, come out, Geon Can Coat Evo over the whole entire thing. And it's gonna look absolutely amazing. This customer is gonna be super happy. He's a meticulous guy, so I'm gonna make sure that I replicate that into this service and make sure it's looking amazing. So yeah, I'm super happy with the results so far. So this is how it's looking with no coating on it. Absolutely gorgeous, bare paint. Glass is looking crystal clear. And it just looks gorgeous. So we'll check back in the morning. Just gonna go in and knock out this side of the hood. Real easy. Curl. And we're just gonna level off the coating. So guys, it's finally the morning and we wrapped up this BMW X5. Here in the Sioux, this is a little known fact, the fair's in town, so that means it's gonna rain for the next 7 days. So I really wanted to pull this thing out and show you guys what it looked like, but it's raining, so I'm probably gonna keep it in there till the customer gets here, unfortunately. But this is my first attempt at our brand new package called the Peace of Mind package. So this is geared towards brand new vehicles, and it's going to be a very thorough service, and it's a step down from a full correction and coating, but you're going to want to get in. And so it's a full step down from a full correction and coating job, but you're still getting a coating on there, you're getting your windshield polished and coated, and it's just going to look amazing. What's going on, guys? We just wrapped up this beautiful X5. It's all coated, windshield's coated, trim's coated, wheels are coated. This thing looks absolutely amazing. So we're gonna show you around, and the customer's gonna be here in about 10 minutes. So he's gonna be super happy. I'm stoked, it looks amazing, and yeah, all smiles around here. So check it out. Check out the interior on this thing.